All right, so we are playing a viewer submission here, like most of the things that we play. And this deck has a lot of one-ofs if you look at it, because we've got the Pursuit of Perfection card here. That's our build-around card. Gotcha. Thanks for 3/4 of a year. Welcome back. And Pursuit of Perfection says, if you've played 20 cards with different names this game, summon a Catastrophe. And the Catastrophe is a 1-cost Overwhelm 30/30. So basically the deck is a bunch of fun-ofs with a couple of things we've got paired up. So we've got 2 Trail of Evidence, because this card creates a card in hand from your region. So it's basically playing 2 different things in one. We're also playing 3 copies of Heimerdinger, because Heimerdinger lets you create different robots to play out. And then we've got the Sub-Percival that we've got 2 copies of, because the Sub-Percival here says, when it's summoned, draw a card. Then if you've played at least 10 differently named cards this game, it becomes a 5/5 with Elusive. And Elusive is flying basically in this game for a Magic player. So you've got a sweet build around here, so we can play a giant cat in a mech basically. So let's go ahead and dive on into some games here and see how they go. Make sure we got everything tuned up here. Oh, we got pleb emotes. Not pleb emotes. Peace, Goatnapped. Opponent is playing Maokai Nautilus, so likely the deep deck. Gonna mulligan the Patrol Wardens here, because this card gets cheaper when you draw it, so we don't really want that in our starter. Mulligan the Beam. Gonna keep the Sentry and the Flash of Brilliance, I think, here. If you're someone that was watching when we were playing Magic and you want the overlay activated, you do need to refresh the stream usually to activate the overlay. It cracks me up how every day when I explain Elusive, there's some Magic player that's like, actually Elusive's more like Shadow, and the Magic player just doesn't know what Shadow does. For reference, for people that don't remember their Tempest block Magic mechanics, Shadow creatures could only be blocked by other Shadow creatures, but they also could only block Shadow stuff. So if this hits my opponent, I get a spell that's a copy of something in my opponent's deck. Another good card for helping us cast things with different names. It is. Horsemanship is flying with a different name. So you could compare Elusive to Horsemanship. Horsemanship is literally just flying.
Nothing escapes my watch.
So, the way the turn system works in Runeterra here, you can see every single turn, we both replenish our mana and gain another one. Another thing worth noting here is you see I'm building up these extra 2 here. This is spell mana. One of the great things about this game is your mana carries over turn to turn if you don't use it. And that extra mana that you're carrying over can explicitly only be spent on spells, not units. So I've cast 3 differently named cards here for the Sub-Percival. I'm gonna go ahead and Static Shock, deal 1/1 here. And then next turn we can get excited to kill this Maokai. Ooh, that's a Heimerdinger. That's real good. Alright, so let's open on... Actually, don't want to open on attacks here. Yeah, I think I want to open on attacks here. So the way combat in this game works is if it's your turn to attack, who attacks each turn goes back and forth. If you play a fast spell, a slow spell, or a unit before you attack, your opponent gets a chance to play stuff out as well here. So by starting with attacks here, my opponent doesn't get a chance to add to their board, so they don't get to put more blockers out. So even though your things can attack the turn you play them, it's frequently correct to attack first, so that way they don't get a chance to advance their board if you're ahead on board. This also might just be a game where we kill them with Heimerdinger, because like we're gonna have Hermer into double flash next turn, which is good. Yeah, the Jeskai deck we played this morning was great. If you're looking for a Jeskai control deck in Historic, it's a great set to watch. Opponent's deck is basically a self-mill deck. Their cards get bonuses when my opponent gets down to 15 or fewer cards in their deck, so they're getting close to that point.
What seems to be the problem?
This card is very silly with this card, Flash of Brilliance. So this card's very akin to something like Young Pyromancer in Magic, where whenever you cast a spell, you get to make a unit in your hand that's free. And Flash of Brilliance is a free spell.
My most groundbreaking invention to date.
Does deep reset if you go above 15? No, once you are deep, you can't go undeep.
Ready the torches.
I'm gonna go ahead and block with this here. It draws a card when it dies.
Round and round it goes.
Draw a champion. Oh, that's just like guaranteed to get Dinger, right? That's nice. Probably just start by attacking for 3 with this, since it's elusive. Is it crazy? I think I'm just gonna like Progress Day into make it 8/8. So that makes their sea monsters cheaper, and then draws a sea monster.
Eureka!
So the thing Heimer makes is different based on how much your spell you cast cost, which is nice.
Fancy contested knowledge!
Heimer levels up. So level up Heimer makes bigger turrets. I see you summon 12 plus power of turrets. Oh, his level up is based on the total power. That makes sense. See if the opponent has any plays here. They only have 17 cards left in their deck, so a good chance my opponent gets deep next turn. Actually, they get deep right now, right? Dauntless comes up, so this is going to level up because they're now deep. Yep. Yep, that's it's a big monster opponent. It makes all their other sea monsters cost less, and he is fearsome and tough. Yes, Harsh Wind, Frostbiting 2 things is going to be super useful.
Determine themselves.
So you can only have 6 units here. So in order to play this Omen Hawk out, I need to get rid of one of my other 1/1s, but that's fine. Okay, so this is targeting Heimer. Do I want to Frost Winds in response so that way I generate a thing? I think the answer is yes. Gotcha saves timer. Oh, it does. Yeah, sick. Okay, so this checks in if its health is higher than this on resolution. So again, skills and fast spells in the middle create a stack that you can respond to akin to magic. So I can shoot this in response, which means this only has 4 health, so it won't kill Heimer, which is great. Perfect. Good catch, chat. See, chat, I'm not used to being able to respond to things. Too much Teferi and magic these days. We are at 12 differently named cards played towards Pursuit.
Progress waits for no one.
Just gonna pass here because there's no way they don't attack. Or more specifically, if they don't attack, that's good for us. Okay, so I'm gonna jump out with these. I'm gonna put this here and this here, and then I'm gonna frostbite these two. Do I want to frostbite these? I feel like I do. It might be wrong to do this while I can block them. Miss Spade, let's get you a sword to go with that shield. Thanks for the 12 months of support. I appreciate it. Like, doing this lets me create, like, I can play these two things out, which will be 2 more differently named things for this, or, like, getting really close on Pursuit. Do I need to save, like, I'm at 18. Do I really need to save it for Atrocity? Like, I'm gonna have plenty of blockers out for their fearsome stuff. A machine for a sports ball. Great, we're getting close on this. The catastrophe will be a 30-30 with trample. It's Merit Liege, but a cat. Yeah, that's a pretty apt comparison. Cat Merit Liege is pretty reasonable comparison. Your second Harsh Winds is a great draw. No worries, good. Gotta study those, $17 out of 20. Okay. So I think we go. I think I'm gonna play the Guardian this turn, which gets us down, which leaves us 3 mana to bank into spell mana. And then next turn, I can hopefully play 2 more things I haven't played yet to Pursuit and then open attacks next turn. I mean, even if they have the Sea Monster, I have, like, Harsh Winds, and I have plenty of things with lots of power to block with. Feels like we're in an okay spot here. I think I just block like this. I don't think I want to kill these because these dying let them toss. If I kill these, Maokai levels up. Okay, so Trapper means I get to summon the Pursuit of Perfection, right? Okay, so this leveling up gets rid of my deck, but that's fine. Yeah, they could have Nautilus's spell. It's something to worry about here for sure.
Precious worth at least twice as much.
Do I... Oh, my bench is full. That's awkward. I was gonna say, do I just, like, play the second Catastrophe? Alright. The emotes in this game are really well done. All the cosmetics in this game are great. Great. Do you have another Nautilus? The opponent played Nautilus's spell, which lets them,
Stare at the abyss. It'll stare back.
They killed my toy, chat. They killed my toy. It was very, very rude. Removal spells are cheating, yep. That's fine. The other one they got rid of shuffled back into my deck. So, like, there's a chance we get to redraw it, and it's a 1-cost 30/30. So, like, there's only 5 cards in my deck, and one of them is that Catastrophe. Oh. Yikes.
Stare at the abyss. It'll stare back.
Give them room to spread their leaves.
Alright, not quite a 30/30, but it's a Yeti. I've got this Harsh Winds here. There's 4 cards in my deck. So I can progress day and guaranteed draw my 30-30, right? Is how this works. No, I actually did a third magic deck today, Nivik, so we're just getting started with this.
Carved meat bigger than you.
So if I do this, the eye over here, I don't think I've showed this off yet today. This tells me how combat's gonna work out here. Which seems fine for us. Yeah, two of the 3 decks we played today were great. They haven't, serious business, but also, like, not all of these decks play that card either. It's worth noting.
Also design enables rapid projectile firing.
Alright, do I progress day and just try and kill them next turn? There's 4 cards in my deck. Do we progress day and then drop the cat? Just like open attacks? I think that's the line, right?
Eureka! Unbreakable as thermodynamics.
Definitely no fear in this dojo. Create 5 random cards in hand. They cost 0 and are fleeting. Oh god. So fleeting means they have to play them this turn. They have already attacked though, so...
I need just a moment.
I'm just passing to start here because if they don't play their fleeting things out, they lose them. So the way the priority system in this game works is when they do something, I get a turn to do something, but if we both pass, an exact copy of, except it's ephemeral and a 1/1, sure. So they've got 3 more fleeting cards they need to play out here. And the event that one of those fleeting cards is a removal spell, we're not playing Catastrophe out this turn unless they play all their fleeting cards. So this means I won't get to open on attacks next turn, but they'll only have a chance to play one thing before I attack them. So I'm pretty confident the correct play is to just wait a turn here. Unless they play both of these. Excuse me? Sure. That's their last free one, right? Alright, last card in our deck, chat. 1 card. That's it. Oh, wait, there's still 1 card left? They shuffle something in that I forgot about? Great. Whoop! We did it! That's a good start. That's a good first game. Lived the meme dream, chat. What happens when you deck in this game? You lose when you deck in this game. Straight out of Paw Patrol, the Catastrophe crew takes it down. Ezreal, Twisted Fate. Moldaheimer, I think both of these are probably fine. I think this deck tends to be a little bit aggressive, so having these against an aggro deck sounds great. Yes, when you go to draw with no cards in your deck, you lose the game. Identical to Magic. So the Clump of Wumps here makes a Mushroom Cloud. So again, this is great because it's 2 differently named spells in 1 card. That's a good observation. Maybe I mulligan this because their deck likely plays Make It Rain. There's our first of our many flashes of brilliance here, I would assume. If this has 0 power, does it still Nexus Strike me? Judge. Okay. So this, when this hits me, it makes a Mystic Shot that can shoot my thing. So doing this means they don't get to do that for a turn. Agreed. Wait, they made it vulnerable? I thought that was Parlay. Let's ye be warned. Okay, sure. Weird. Oh, they draw when it dies. Got it. So, this is the perfect play this turn, because it lets me bank 1 more spell mana down to here, which means I can play Dinger plus Flash of Brilliance next turn, which is great. So we immediately generate some Dinger value.
Or played one. Blue as the serpent.
I'm gonna attack with both of these, because if they want to block here, I get to kill this with Static Shock down the line, which is fine for me. Pretty unlikely they want to block the 2-1 here with that risk in their deck that has things like, what's it called? The, Make It Rain.
Back it up. Oh, the sweet smell of science.
I guess playing this out isn't stellar. If they have another Make It Rain, because they could, like, Mystic Shot this plus Make It Rain. Trying to give him the clap, rude. Right. So they killed him, but, you know, much like we were comparing that card to Young Pyromancer earlier, like, we still generated some value with it here. I expect this fleeting shot's gonna kill this 3-1 here. It's fine.
Firing.
This is not a gauntlet. Oh, ha. So Mage Jetty to start here. Mystic Shot's a good pickup. I can go Static Shot, this, then Mystic Shot to finish this off. This is also getting pretty close to leveling. Or getting pretty close to having its bonus. Not far. Stack with everything here and see what they do. Wow! Make It Rain hit all of my X1s is unfortunate.
I'm so good, I surprised.
Oh, damn it. Oh, he was gonna level up regardless, but now I can't kill him, right? That's a pretty big mistake. I guess I can kill this still. Make it rain counts as 3 targets for Israel. Oh. Wow, that's really good. That is really good. I didn't think about that aspect of it. I see why these two are paired together. I think the deck already has, like, enough clunky top end that Karma is not something I'm super interested in. Yeah, playing sub Percival here to block Ezreal sounds appealing.
I got wasted on mushrooms.
Oh, Karma's not in our regions. It's a good reason, too. Oh, that is not the card I thought it was. Yeah, we might kill them with this card. Like, we're at 12, so they need to cast 6 spells to kill us, like... Meow, meow, meow! Da 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 da. Did they miss lethal? They could have done 3 more to us. They were one short. Yeah, 8-4. 8-4 was a good roll. They were one off. Good beats. Hashtag sometimes lucky. Yep. Razor thin margins. 2 games in a row, razor thin margins. Alright, so Zed means elusive aggro here, most likely. I'm gonna mulligan all of these. I don't want this in my opener or this in my opener. Trail of Evidence might be fine. How many times have we done the thing? Technically we did it twice in the same game, right? Eager Apprentice is great. We're probably dead. We're definitely dead with that attitude. Oh, alright. It's pretty good here, right? The Get Excited's a great addition.
How can I help?
She'd tell me I'm dead.
Excuse me?
Excuse me? Dinger, we're gonna have Dinger on 5 this game too. Pretty good. This feels like do you mean Solitaire or Solitary? I'm confused.
You name it, I'll nick it.
You name it, I'll nick it. Hopefully this creates a burn spell out of their deck for us. Definitely opening on attacks here.
Without a sound.
They don't run any burn, they just have pump. Oh, right, they're not noxious, right? You're right, this is elusive aggro, not noxious aggro. Actually, I want to just pass here, right? Because we'll bank this mana, and then I can Heimer with, woo! When do... These cards are just, like, glued together, right? These cards are just, like, glued together.
Eyes open. Launch granted. Professor, I've read all your manuscripts. Oh my! What's the correct protocol Catch me if you can.
Get the drop on him.
I have many faces.
Hold still.
Do I want to trade this here? Actually, I don't even have to trade, right? I can give this +3 defense. And then, like, it'll make another one, too. I think I like that, actually. I guess I could also... I could have also tried to kill Zed this way. That's probably better. Yeah, I think that was wrong. I think I should have put the... Just let this through and put this, put the +3 defense on the thing trying to kill Zed.
Keen invention to date.
Yeah, the electricity is quick strike, which is first strike if you're familiar with magic, but only when attacking. I think I open on attacks here.
Smells like opportunity.
We're at 9 out of 20 differently named cards. This is not a matchup where Pursuit of Perfection is gonna get to trigger. However, Submersible could realistically trigger. Is it better? Like, the opponent's archetype doesn't play burn, right? So, like, saving it to protect this isn't a real thing.
Everyone here? Let's go.
I'm gonna delete a 1/1 to play this.
Safe. I'll take it from here.
Oh, it's my girls. Hello, family.
Haley said she hasn't visited in a while.
She hasn't visited in a while. Hi, baby girl. Can you say hi to the stream? What do you think? I like your pink bow. You been a good girl for mom? You're always a good girl.
Today you are king.
Why don't you hold her in your left arm? You can use this with your right arm.
It's a good idea, Mom. Your mom's full of good ideas you'll learn over the years. Okay, so we're definitely playing out the Submersible here, right? So we have an elusive blocker, or another elusive blocker. Maybe with the 2/3 I don't need to play out the Submersible. Look at him, it's a kitty in a submarine. Straight out of Paw Patrol.
Taking on the mark. The balance wills it.
Alright, what are we doing here? So... draw a champion. Definitely want to just get some trades in where we can get them. And then the question is, do I want to chump block Zed, or do I want to try and kill Zed? I don't think I can kill Zed. Maybe it's right. Maybe it's right to just chump out here a little bit
Anticipated outcome.
and like take a hit and then try and kill them with the luces on the backswing. What if I do this? I'm gonna do this and try and kill them with the luces on the backswing, especially with this +8/+4. Just a big yawn for a little girl. Be precious.
Don't look twice.
Need you close up, baby girl. Need you cute. For those of you that are new to the channel, this is Haley. She's 2 weeks old. Are you 2 weeks old? Oh, Daddy clicked OK and his timer died. Whoops.
He's gonna blame you now.
Should have entreated before after night there, probably. Okay, well, kill you? Yeah! Who's your elusive deck now? Yeah, who's your deck now? We are Haley, we're the elusive deck. We weren't supposed to be winning with this deck, Haley girl. It's a meme. It's a cat meme. Yeah, you're pretty big. Are your hands delicious? We are ravenous, chat. All we do is eat. Which is good. You gotta eat to grow, right? That's why your dad grows so fat. 'Cause he eats a lot. You want your mama?
Say bye-bye to the internet.
Thanks for visiting, honey. Love you, girls. Misfortune Sajani. I think we're gonna mulligan the submersible. We don't want that till a little bit later. Rest of this seems fine. Turns out Heimer dumpsters Kinko elusive even when he's at a beam shell. God bless. To be fair, our submersible was also responsible for part of that victory, so like, you know. Alright, well, that's the play, because it's cheaper this turn.
Get bloody, get paid.
Piltover's finest.
Piltover's finest.
Don't stand in my way.
Do mulligan cards go on the bottom or get shuffled in? I don't know the answer to that. Anybody in chat know? Shuffled. Okay. The League of Legends IP is phenomenal.
I'm one of the good guys, but not that good.
We're going in.
Ooh, got some fight in ya.
It actually really surprises me that, like, Riot doesn't have, like, some kind of, like, TV show with their IP or cartoon or something. I know they have comic books, but, like, I feel like an animated series in this IP would probably be pretty successful. It's in the works? Okay.
Dangerous water.
That does not surprise me. They went in production. I assume that's going to be wildly successful. And will probably bring a lot of kids into games like this. Got pushed back due to the pandemic. Damn world exploding. Yeah, Magic has something in the works with Netflix too. I'm aware of that one. So I don't have to play this turn, but if I if I don't play it, its cost goes back to 2. But I think I'm supposed to wait till I have Plunder so I can draw a card with this. Due to the COVID pandemic, we unfortunately have to delay the worldwide release of our first animated series to 2021 from the June 10th article. That said, better late and done right than rushed and not, though.
You've made your path.
The fact that units don't recover health in this game is such a big upgrade for not making stalled boards like this. Like, normally, this attack I'm making here on this board would suck in Magic, but the fact that, like, the damage stays on their Navigator here makes it a lot less bad, which is fantastic. Do you have any favorite card designs? Lux is my favorite champion. She's really sweet. Wizards, like most things Wizards related, I think Wizards definitely fumbled the ball with the Magic IP.
Love ya.
I got the gigs.
Misfortune is 1 attack away from leveling up here. It's a little scary.
My selection speaks for itself.
You know, I probably shouldn't have played this here. If I hadn't played this, I could have played out Heimer this turn. That would be better. Pretty far off of the catastrophe setup here. I'm glad we got to do the thing in the first game, because it's feeling like we might not survive to get there in most of these other ones.
There's plenty of killing left.
So when Misfortune levels, she shoots everything 3 times, which is pretty game ending. I mean, playing Singleton makes us less likely to do the thing. Means we only have 1 catastrophe. And also, like, Singleton's not guaranteed to be slower either. Like, the issue with doing the thing isn't casting an appropriate number of cards. It's having the games go long enough that we can cast them.
All eyes on me.
And we're dead. Yeah, I heard about that, TDM. I'm not streaming this to try and get random gift subs from Riot, though. Just genuinely enjoy the game. I did, the first time we did play the game on stream, I took a Twitch bounty board post to do it, so I did get some dollar dues out of Riot. Sween, Twisted Fate. I'm gonna keep the Flash and Mulligan for Heimer. This hand doesn't really do anything. Hopefully we draw some action. I agree. Compared to Wizards of the Coast policy of paying everybody they can in exposure, it's nice to see Riot actually gave some direct monetary support to people that were making stuff for their game. The person in charge of WotC's creative program is a pretty big proponent of paying people in exposure. It's pretty terrible. Not a good scene.
Didn't know the box accepted me.
Don't know much, do ya?
Unless the exposure is taking place on OnlyFans. That's great. That's fantastic. Wizards is all for paying people in exposure unless that exposure involves OnlyFans. I might tweet out some iteration of that because that's too good not to share with the world. Perfect.
After 'em.
I'm always up for a round or two.
That's unfortunate.
Dead in their tracks.
I think I'm just playing this out and then thermo beaming the Twisted Fate here. Feels a little bit bad. Like, if I had Heimer lined up already, I don't think I'd do this. But because I don't have Heimer guaranteed, like, if I draw Heimer next turn, we'll just wait a turn. Sure.
Arrows at the ready.
That's not a bad pickup. The attack with this, I'm going to trade here. You are quite stunning, opponent.
Let's talk about your dad. Who's gonna close up?
You poor thing.
Am I supposed to be flashing here just to like try and find a spell that does something at this point?
I've whipped up.
Like not using my mana for the turns feels real bad. Aurora Borealis. Played that one yesterday. They do get to open on attacks here and crack us down to 9, though. Hey! The sad Poro turns into a jubilant Poro because he has a friend. We're friends. So we get to go Poro, Heimer, Flash, Poro Snack next turn. Why you have to be so mean? Why you have to be so mean? My poor little Poro, he's just trying to get by in this cold hard world, and you massacred him. Look what they did to my boy, chat. Oh God.
My most groundbreaking invention to date. Round and round it goes.
Yeah, it's almost like Riot understands, Marty, that by giving people a little bit of something for free, they'll be encouraged to want to spend money. That's something we've long talked about with WotC that I think they pretty consistently miss the ball on. That like they don't understand that the first bump has to be free. They don't understand that, like, if you make a good product and you let people try it, they will want to give you more money.
By my hand, Noxus rise.
When you deal non-combat damage, Ambidextrous stun the strongest enemy in the back row. Oh, right. Yeah, that one's gonna get frostbitten for sure.
Unwelded fastenings, loose nuts. Yeah.
Ye started without me.
I played this game a lot. Yeah, I've been posting a Runeterra video every single day. You can find it up on my website and my YouTube channel. Play a different constructed deck every day on stream. This game is over, unfortunately. You mean we have them dead to open attacks next turn? If that's what you mean by the game is over, you're correct. We have them dead to open attacks next turn. Right? I just like play this floor be gone out here. And then we try and kill them. Like we might be dead. Yeah, they're gonna stun the 3 strongest things, which will be this, this, and this, and then I have 9 elusive power. So, like, they could have a thing.
After the battle.
Alright, so now we're dead. Let's see what we draw. So this will deal 3 to us, 1 to us 3 times, which triggers this 3 times, so they stun 3 of our things this way. Don't have any 3 mana things. Yeah, it's a close game. Really, really close considering they had the thing in Swain for a couple of turns there. Maybe I'm supposed to leave some extra mana available there so that way if they make a bad attack with Swain like that, I could kill it in combat with the gotcha. That's very possible. Swain, so probably something more controlling. Definitely don't want... I don't think I want any of these, actually. I definitely don't want these three in my opener. And Fury's probably not super useful. Let's just try and mulligan for, like, a Heimer. Even when you only have one Omen Hawk, you still have it on one. So what true professionalism is, chat. One Omen Hawk, still have it on turn 1.
I'll try anyone.
Oh, this probably means not controlling and more aggressive.
If they don't break, they'll burn.
You see this game being as big as Popular or Hearthstone or Magic, I got burned on Artifact. Well, to set an incredibly low bar, I think this game's going to be much better than Artifact. Or, game's going to be much bigger than Artifact.
For the glory of Noxus.
Welcome to the tipsy hour.
The fact, I think this game has the potential to even be bigger than Magic is digitally. I think from a core design perspective, the base design of Runeterra is better, honestly, than any other card game I've ever played. The core details of what this game gets right while still making the games fast and engaging is really, really good. In my opinion, the only thing that gives Magic some leeway over... gives Magic some leeway over Runeterra currently is that Runeterra doesn't have the card pool depth that Magic currently has because Magic's been around for, 25 years or whatever. Riot's put out a very ambitious roadmap that if a smaller company had put it out, I wouldn't expect them to hit their goals. But if Riot realistically hits their we're releasing a set every 2 months deadline for the next year, I think this game probably has a very bright future. Without double blocks or activated abilities, who said you couldn't? Who says you couldn't put an activated ability on a card in this game? And I actually think no double blocking gives you more design space because again, the no double blocking gives you the ability to not worry about boards becoming super gummed up like they do in Magic. My supported ally elusive. Cute.
Always seeking new horizons.
This one's Heimer. Maybe I'm just supposed to go do that. But it's still pretty high on life here. I've been liking Runeterra. It lacks deck building diversity. Limiting 2 factions is fine. But I like the deck building puzzle presented by a lack of restrictions. Sure. I think part of that's card pool though too. I think, and that's why I said like, if this game can hit their deck building deadline, their set release deadlines, it's a big deal. Because I agree with you that having a deep card pool and interesting deck building is important. think I'm just passing here. I agree, Labrat. I don't actually think. In fact, the person there mentioned Mythgard. I think the deck building depth is pretty comparable to what Mythgard has. They have similar size card pools.
Order, entropy, a never-ending cycle.
What's going on, oldest son? How are you doing? You been a good kid today? Yeah, I love you too. He's a Matt. Thanks for the 14 months. Welcome back. They're trying to get our guy. Oh, we got him. I had a trick. Are you eating barbecue chips? You smell like barbecue chips.
Yeah.
Huzzah! Thanks for the half year. I appreciate that. You eat barbecue chips every day? That I believe. That's an honest take.
And not it. Chicken. Every food. Silly goose.
Silly goose. Alright, I think there's a good chance they're attack or do something else here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pass before I play this spot out. Just Guy Control is great, Sabin. Just Guy Control and 4-color Enigmatic were both great. Alright, Dad's got a block. Oh. So, this block's here. This block's here. This is fearsome, so it can't be chump blocked by one of our weaker units. Put this here. Again, no double blocks this game, so can't put two 1/1s in front of the 3/2. Ravenous block to kill. Hammer. That's sad.
After the battle.
Here, yep.
Added to the bug list.
Oath of Teferi with 4-mana Teferi is pretty funny. You get 4 activations every turn cycle. So, if I open on attack next turn, this gives its supported ally elusive. So if I start by attacking, they can't advance their board at all, which is kind of appealing, but they're also like still at 17 here, which kind of sucks. Maybe I'm just supposed to do this and smack them for 5. Basically like trading this for 4 points of damage. It seems fine, considering my bench is kind of full. You're dizzy. You get for spinning in the chair.
Prepare the cargo! There is no excess at stake.
Probably dead to that again. Not having any real removal in this one's made it pretty rough. Mommy's not down here, dudes.
The trap is set.
We can draw our one of Thermo. Yeah, something like that. So, Swain, when he's leveled up, says, every time you deal non-combat damage to the enemy, it stuns our strongest thing. And this deals 1 damage 3 times. So with these two out together, they stun our 3 strongest things every turn. And like there's Pursuit of Perfection, but this doesn't even do anything, right? Because this just keeps it locked down. So like even though we're getting close to getting this set up, we can't really do much. Yeah, I agree with that, Carafe. I think that's something that I haven't seen anyone do. Like, lets you mix and match cards however you want, lets you ignore deck building restrictions and play as many copies of cards, lets you set starting life totals. Having configuration options like that, I think, would be really sweet. Yeah, we're super dead. I think that is something that would be sweet for games to explore, just like a kitchen table mode, basically. All right, so overall, this one went about as expected. We did get to at least accomplish the thing the first time. If you didn't watch this whole set, if you weren't here from the beginning, we had a fantastic game against the Deep to start, where we got to have the Catastrophe crew here straight out of Paw Patrol to head out and win us the game. Most of the games that we won or were in were largely because we were just playing a dinger deck, so in a lot of ways this was just worse Heimer VI control, but we did at least get to make cats at least once. At any rate, that's to be it for me for today, folks. I really appreciate everybody hanging out here today. Remember, if you're new to my content, make sure you hit the follow button. I'm here every single afternoon making new Runeterra stuff along with Magic in the morning. And if you miss any of my streams, I post the different deck that we play each and every day on my YouTube channel and my website. Hope everybody's staying safe out there wherever you're at in this crazy world, and I'll see all of y'all around tomorrow, hopefully. Peace, folks.